Oh my goodness. Happy EduDay 2024. Back to
Hey,
school. So exciting. Hope everybody is doing really well this morning, and thank you so much for joining us. We'll get to introductions in a moment, but what I would like to do to begin with is I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we live and work throughout Australia and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people viewing this event today. We pay our respects to elders, both past, present, and emerging, and recognise and celebrate their ongoing cultures and continuing connection to the land, waters, and community. Our respect also extends to all the First Nation Indigenous peoples as well as their ancestral lands. We are grateful to those who have created pathways for us to live with the many benefits we experience today. And I'm actually joining you from the land of the Jagera and Turrbal tribe in Meanjin in Brisbane. So Barumba Jiggy is hello in Jagera. And Andrew, you're joining us from?
I'm joining from a Wabigal land here in sunny Newcastle today.
So, hi, and if you are keen, you can pop into the Q&A and tell us what lands you're joining us from today as well. But this is actually an ANZ event, so I would also like to pay respect to the people of the land in New Zealand, the Maori people. Our respect also extends to their kamatua, both past and present, and to all First Nation and Indigenous peoples, as well as their ancestral lands. And we are grateful to those who have created pathways for us to live and with the many benefits we experience today. So, hello to all of those. Well, actually, I should say kia ora to all of those people joining us from New Zealand today, both live and on demand. Hopefully, this is going to be a great event and inspire you to get ready for the new year ahead. So, welcome. We've already done that, but I probably should introduce myself. My name is Amanda Frampton. I am an education success manager. So Andrew and I run the education success manager gig, don't we, Andrew? We're just like the two and the only ESMs in Australia now. We're all over it. But we're both past teachers. So I was primary trained, and that's the passion that we bring to this role, because our job is to actually, help teachers out there embed all of this stuff that we have, all of the great technologies we have into the curriculum and into teaching and learning. So, Andrew, I'll hand over to you.
100%. And thanks, Amanda. What a wonderful acknowledgement to country for our New Zealand friends and Australian friends. It's always great to connect, obviously, MIEs from all around ANZ together, which is really, really cool. And honestly, if anyone needs anything in terms of Microsoft for 2024, those two profile photos, try to go for the dramatic look with the black and white. Those two profile photos are there for you to contact. So we are, as Amanda said, education success managers. Our role is to support you as educators in classroom situations, or your school leaders, or doing a whole school transformation, which we'll talk to in a little bit. So our contact details are there on screen. You'll see them quite a bit as well. And there's no silly questions. So please feel free to email us at any point if you need anything on the Microsoft side or any life advice. Look, we're happy to provide life advice as well. We're expanding into different territories. So, but we're not alone. That's a good thing. There may
Disclaimer
be
though, Andrew,
tools.
we're not qualified counsellors, okay? So,
Yeah, full disclaimer. I like to give
disclaimer.
life advice, not good life advice, but it's still life advice either way. Beg to differ. So there are a number of MIEs as well. Microsoft Innovator Educator, let me add an extra E, experts will be helping present today vicariously through video form. Obviously, everyone's getting ready to go back to school, hence today. But lovely Kylie Kingdon and Mark Sipian and Ryan Higgins and Peter Johansson and Amanda Lewis and James Jenkins and Jason Lane from all around the country in New Zealand, obviously, is going to share their best practice with using some of these tools. They've put a lot of hard work into these videos, and we've had to condense, obviously, the videos down because there's so much rich information that will make sure that you, the audience, can access the full length of those videos if you want to dive a little bit deeper into some of the technologies. Now, last little bit of housekeeping that we have here. Amanda and I, just here's a quick fact. It's it's never too late to start. We were both MIEs, weren't we, Amanda? Like back in the
Yeah, I
day.
actually, you know what? Confession, I actually wasn't. I just
Oh, you didn't
came.
make the cut.
Well, no, I
I'm
never
just joking.
I just joined Microsoft
Well,
and
my journey
yeah,
started as an
but I was
MIE.
doing stuff obviously with
I was a
M365 in
classroom
the
teacher,
classroom.
and I saw like the application process, and I applied, and that was the start of my journey, right? A secondary high school teacher. I was, full disclosure, everyone, before I'm working here, I was a Microsoft Innovator Educator expert in 2015, 2016. There you go.
Kudos.
It's never too late to start to be an MIE. Never know where you're going to go. Now, some lovely housekeeping, because it's quite a different experience that you're seeing today, right? The technology has improved, as it always does in the Microsoft land. Now, we have disabled the chat, right? For good reason. We want you to use the lovely Q&A. So we're still giving you a voice, don't worry. It's just more of a moderated Q&A. So questions and answers, and then there's also a discussion feed. You will see the Q&A. You should see the Q&A. You can let us know after the fact if you didn't see the Q&A at the top there. So we're giving this a nice trial today, and it's probably good exposure to use Q&A in more moderated events there as well. So we'll be checking the Q&A as you go through, and it's a great place for you to ask deeper questions about some of the products and technologies that you're seeing, or maybe some educational practices that you're seeing. Feel free to use the Q&A. The experience may differ depending on the device that you're joining on. All right. But for now, we're going to dive into the Q&A, and it is being recorded. Okay. So if you need to go, do something, need to, pat the dog, whatever it may be, it's been recorded. So if you miss a beat, you can always come back. I mean, that's the day and age, right? With streaming services, come back and check that out. One of the last things I do want to highlight as well, before we go into our lovely agenda, is the reactions, right? As presenters, Amanda and myself, helps us know your attentiveness. Thank you. Excellent. Smash those reaction buttons as you go through. It also gives us some great visual data. So we're not collecting any data, don't worry. But for our eyes, for example, we know you like a product. We know you like a topic. We know you think that change to Teams is cool. Feel free to smash those reactions. They do play a huge role for us as presenters, because sometimes it just feels like two people going on and sharing the wonderful magic of Microsoft. It's always great to get some audience interaction. That's not Q&A sometimes, non-verbal interaction there. Now, I am going to throw it over to Amanda after this slide, but I want to talk you through the schedule so you have a really good understanding on what's happening, right? So here we are. Look at that, 11:10 on the dot. Andrew and Amanda are just finishing up their housekeeping. Hopefully that was the best housekeeping you've ever had. Free life advice, remember. How can AI improve teacher productivity is going to be one of our very first topics. Give or take these timelines, okay? Sometimes we get a little bit fast, sometimes we get a little bit slow. Roughly around 50 minutes. It's going to be Amanda and the Microsoft Innovator Educator experts are going to share this very hot topic, don't know if you've heard of it, called OWL, right? AI. So AI, how can AI improve teacher productivity? It's definitely popping up, obviously, in the education space. So you're going to have a look at some great teaching tips there as well. Then we're going to jump into creating a student workflow in class teams. Class teams has been on the rise over the last, I'm going to say 12 months. Like every month there's some kind of amazing update, whether it's class modules or whether it's learning accelerators. But Amanda's going to go through and help you create that student workflow. I mean, we're starting to become quite proficient with Teams, using it as a faculty and a bit of a communication productivity platform. But if you're looking at doing something a little bit different, I did a term, by the way, back in the day where we went paperless for a whole term with my international studies class, literally just used OneNote. Oh, what an amazing experience. The principal gave me the green light. The things we learnt was absolutely incredible. So, you might want to do something similar after Amanda shows you that, right? Then I jump on in, right? And it's good that Amanda's doing two of these because you need a break from my over exuberant enthusiasm. So I will jump in
I'm going to
here
need a
about
break
what's new.
too.
What's new? That's right. You're doing two sessions back to back. What's new in ED? Probably one of my favorite topics to present. I do it on the MIE call that we do. Hunch, hunch, nudge, nudge, apply to be an MIE. And I'll show you what's the latest and greatest in education from Microsoft. Some of these are rolling out, some of these have landed, but it's a really great time to be in education because some of the live demos I'll show you, I think will rock your socks off. Kids still say that? I hope they do. Last one, we have Accelerate Student Learning with AL or AI. All right, I love saying that joke never gets old with me, especially with kids. Amanda, myself, and the MIE experts, we're going to have a look at how you can accelerate student learning. So using some of the AI progress and coaching within the classroom environment, how you can scale, right? You're teaching a class of 30. How do you raise that instructional level of teaching by using artificial intelligence, or at least see what is available, right, for your school? Because I know a lot of schools are having these conversations right now about how they can do things a bit more effectively and a bit more efficiently, right, and be ahead of the curve of where the technology is going. But it's all about student outcomes, right? Let's not forget that. Amanda and I are both educators, just FYI. We were both teachers, primary, right, Amanda? Secondary for me. So we cover the scope of things. Then we're going to close. Saddest part of the day. We're going to say goodbye. But I was going to say something really corny. You know, distance makes the heart go fonder. So, but we'll be around all year. So don't worry about that. All right. I'm 3 minutes overdue. It's 11:13. I am going to throw it over to the lovely Amanda Frampton, and she's going to kick it off from there. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. And yeah, we do have an action-packed agenda today with lots and lots of information to share. So you're probably going to go away with a very full brain. But you know what I always say is my one rule with PD is, you know, focus on that one thing that you're going to be able to go away and put into practice. And, you know, just keep the other stuff in mind, because at some stage throughout the year, you're probably going to go, oh, I need to do some more reading assessment. And then you go, oh, that reading progress was really cool that I saw. Anyway, talking about us being around for the rest of the year, we are going to be offering some workshops in semester one. And if you are a bit of a Microsoft fan person, you will have known that over the last couple of years, we've run the school transformation program. So we're actually just rewording that this year, and we're calling it Unlock the Potential of M365 in Your School. So it's still going to be based on the educational transformation framework, and, you know, be an opportunity for some workshops to be able to, you know, move your school in their digital transformation journey. So you can see on the screen there that we're going to have leadership workshops and planning for schools in your team, and Microsoft Teams, the ultimate classroom, and Educator academies, and even a bit of an AI strand down the bottom there with Copilot for productivity as well. So, you know, Learning Accelerators is already AI. So there's a lot of AI that's going to be in here, and teachers obviously want to know about that as well. So watch this space. If you really don't see or hear anything in the next week or so, email either Andrew or myself and we'll shoot you the details. We're just finalising all the registration details for that at this point in time. So the other thing too is that there are a number of MIE experts and fellows, which is the next level up, that are involved in our Showcase School program as well. So the Unlock the Potential of M365 in Your School is actually an opportunity for you to work towards becoming a Showcase school, or if you are a school that uses Surface devices, we also have an Australian Surface Lighthouse School program as well. So there's a couple of different programs there that you might be interested in taking your school along on the journey as well. Really quickly, I'm just going to call out our Microsoft Educator program, because we have a whole heap of our MIE experts and fellows working with us today to bring this EduDay to you. So that's sort of like the progression. You can become an educator, an advanced educator, you can become a trainer, and then we have the application only MIE expert, and then the next level above that is fellows. So we've got a lot of our fellows helping out today as well, and we've got an awesome community that meet sort of monthly and share resources and ideas. It's really, really fantastic. So Andrew, you've got your hand up.
I love using these
So
features.
polite.
How polite is that? I just also wanted to add, when Amanda, can you go back 2 slides? When Amanda's showing some links, or when I'm showing some links today, they are clickable. on your
Yes.
screen, right? So it's also good to note that we're up in the ante, right? So, for example, this yellow link that you can see there, they are clickable. Always good to shout out because there will be many, many more links as we go throughout the day. And that was legendary, Amanda. Thank you. Such good information. I clicked it
Um,
on myself. I'm
I
not
just
lying.
am wondering too, I've just got Q&A open and I can't see any questions for review. So if somebody wouldn't mind posting something just to see if it's working for us, that would be fantastic as well. I was going to go through the educator programs, but the main thing is all of these educator programs have sort of gone through that MIEs are an amazing group of community, and we've got over 350 across ANZ, which is really, really cool. But the educator courses are actually linked to our amazing on-demand website, which is MS Learn Educator Centre. So if you just put that into a search engine, it will come up. But you can also go to aka.ms, MS Learn Educator Centre, and it is American, so it will be ER. But I like to actually do RE when I do my short links because, I'm a teacher and we have to have Australian spelling. So throughout the course of today, we are going to be giving you redemption codes so that you can actually work towards becoming a Microsoft educator. So for each session, except the What's New in EDU, because there's not really a course on MS Learn that equates to that, we're going to give you a redemption code and you can put that in so that you get points towards, you get badges towards your Microsoft Educator program, which is really cool.